Hey, what's up? It's Cassius, and welcome back to part 2 of the whole Ningguang Fest thing quest here in Genshin Impact. We're going to be continuing right where we left off, as we're about to enter this old geezer's abode, experimenting with the new, or with the whole like face tracking or at least head tracking thing, so I can now do this. And hopefully it's working, because I can't actually see it currently because my second monitor is broken. And wow, this is the second time I've tried to record this part, and it's also the second time I've realized that my voice audio is off, and I keep forgetting to turn it back on. I don't know how it got turned off, but so, Paimon says a bunch of stupid stuff that no one cares about because it's Paimon. Uh, I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the Sunset Familiar Knight we're looking for should be in here. And more bullcrap from Paimon no one cares about. What do you think, Shenhe? I'm tired of listening to Paimon, even though I guess that's the one benefit of having my voices muted. These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art. I like destroying stuff. I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful. I guess this is sort of interesting, because then I get to do the voices. Ah, we get to be this loser. No, thank you. I prefer good girl. Isn't she adorable? Okay. Let's do this. Try not to totally speedrun this, because I did, like I said, attempt to record this before and epically failed, so activate this mechanism. Boom. One down, two to go. Ganyu is oddly enough my favorite character. Also, I should get this guy's shields first. Okay. Oh, base. Hey! It's so weird walking on clouds. I feel like I should be falling right now. Ta-da! Look at this ball! Look at my ball! God, these balls are the best. Yeah. I regret never having said that. What? Okay, I guess there's no enemies up here. Okay. Oh, but there is this. What? Oh, there's an island over there. There's nothing up here. Is it because I already got it in the previous playthrough? Shoot. Okay. Well, there was a chest up there. Just so y'all know what was up there. Look at the pretty flower! I don't know if this is gonna help, but let's try. Oh. She do the big damage. Okay. I don't know why I used my Q on that. Oh! Oh, that is not good. Also, I just realized. Oh, rest in peace from here. Not really. I don't really care. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Alright. Take a big sip. Uh-oh. What? What? Okay. I thought I was gonna have to fight that dude, but I guess not. Oh. Puzzle time, I guess. Oh, dude. I'm like trying to pretend like I haven't done this before, even though I've already said that I did it before, and also I'm pretty sure literally all the chests are gone because I already took them. Because there were like chests in these side rooms here. Oh. What? Oh, hey, there's one over here. That was not me acting. I genuinely forgot that was what I needed to do. This is not gonna go well. Wow, that really helps when you freeze them all. Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's chucking the bubbles? The heck, man? What? What? No, 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 no. Stop comboing me. Stop antagonizing me. Stop hurting me. Ah, get frozen. Not sponsored. No, I don't want him. Now he's frozen. I'll hit him with that thing. Okay. Ooh. Let's get him more frozen. Frozen the third time. Again, not sponsored. Oh no, he's unfrozen. Imagine not being frozen. Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. Did they attack that thing? Oh good, they do. I know it's a taunt or whatever, so. No, 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 no! Don't die, Ganyu! Run, 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 run! Oh, no! Oh, jeez. I just kind of wasted both of those, but what else was I supposed to do? I had to run. They were doing that attack. No, Ganyu. Eat some apples. Eat a lot of apples. I don't know why I don't have any other food. I forgot to go to the store this week. Why am I on you again? I don't want her to die. Play the one person with a shield. I'll play. Actually, I'm gonna be Shinto if she, because I don't care about her. Loser. Oh, this is still terrifying. The first time it was impossible, but now it's still terrifying. Amber still has health. And she has that thing. Oh no! He didn't fall for my trap. Okay. I'm gonna target this one because he's almost dead. Ah! I don't like this game. Come on, come on! Ugh. He's almost dead. One more hit. Nope. No! What am I doing? I'm pressing all the buttons. Okay. One down. He's almost dead. Yes. Uh-oh. That's not good. Or maybe it is good? I guess it is good. Is this it? It's so huge. So is the Jade Chamber. Oh, Plushtrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plushtrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens. Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. Sounds annoying. Don't care for most of her I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this. I wonder who this master is. Hold on a sec. Paimon is just realizing something that was obvious the entire time. Probably. Activate. There's no way we'll get up to the side. We dragged up in the sky too. But if we don't, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds. Sure. 1,000? You think it's over 1,000? I would go with thousands. You see how big that rock is? Please, don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plushtrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. You should. It's your safety you have to be careful of. No one cares about you, except apparently Paimon. Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Plushtrite. Let's meet at the building site later. Shinho looks like okay. Yay, free stuff! That's all I care about. At the end of the day. Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes. How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely. Oh, mighty adeptus, please give me your blessing, so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary. This is top tier in size and quality. And the condition it's in is, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations. This item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilion item. May I take your name? My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest blusherite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, this is the finest piece of blusherite we've received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we'll use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed on the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you're welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there's still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe. Just now, on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange? Aren't you happy about it? Wherever Paimon gets praise, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive too. Well, way different than normal people.
But I'm not...
Shenhe!
Are you alright? I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check it and take a rest.
No, I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go to eat something tasty. When you're tired, you go lie down in a nice comfy bed, alright? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Guest accommodations are far more comfortable than the wilderness. Okay, if you insist.
Great, now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel, Lucy.
Alright. I'm actually kind of enjoying doing the voices. Maybe I should do this more often. Let me know in the comments what you think. I especially like making Paimon sound like she's been smoking crack for 6 years. 16 years. Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this one was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, sea sellers, all sorts. So, business is booming for me today. Business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great.
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys, alright? Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should get some rest, lying around outside until the other room is ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack, or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
Paimon, you can't buy people. That's illegal. Alright. I'll head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear you knock on the door. I will hear you if you knock on the door.
Well, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
Mountain goat girl climbing cliff. One trusts you have met Shenhe. So are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good, yeah. You know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer. You know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer.
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends... Naturally, save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Leo Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool, so what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kinda friendly, but also kinda disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right, wait, what?
I thought so. Based on what she said earlier. Or almost said.
What? You knew that already, Lucy? I thought. So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Yeah, you're an idiot, Paimon. Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ha, yes. She was like this all those years ago when we first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. First, One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of ever vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand she held a dagger, with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such a terrible danger was not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction, and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's so dangerous, though. Why was the tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. So when Shenhe talks about master, she means you. Indeed, it is the one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity, consumed by malevolent energy. She is prone to harm those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this possesses that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. Red ropes that have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content, but also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well. I'm gonna freaking lose my voice from doing all these voices. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, Be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her. Nah, I'm good.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
You dare You dare draw such a conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
Hey, so Shenhe.
Master has relayed my... Now I'm going too deep. Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh, how did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you've been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would treat a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend.
I do not agree to this.
Whether you're an Adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it, although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do. I must say, I like the title of friend very much indeed. Great.
Great. Well, now we're all rested up. We should start searching for the other 2 items on the list.
In the next episode, or something, I don't know.
But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, the Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Look, Lucy! Look, Lucy! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Baywen and Beidou. Hey, person Paimon doesn't know.
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction into 2 phases to be sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude. Oh, this is a person I don't know. So I'm just gonna... Miss Baywen, we've brought some new materials to submit. Miss Baywen, we brought some new materials to submit. One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work. Wow, I can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beidou, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
I sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some instructions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene. Oh. Greetings. These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine, and this is, I'm sorry, I'm not sure we've met. Shenhe, I'm their friend. Good to meet you. A friend of mine, a friend of a friend is my friend too. Or as I like to say, a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turned out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together. It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard so much about you, Miss Shenhe. Though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That is why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a rare... Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Okay, I don't know what that word means.
Wow, it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are are you competing as well? No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help Lucy win. In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded with the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great, but how does that change things exactly?
Ha! I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plostrite is the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare. So long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind? Precisely. Huh. Interesting approach. Okay then. Alright, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is not really that difficult to make. The hard part is getting a hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm going to head back to the ship and ask Soling if he's heard of them. You guys will head into town and seek the advice from Master Shang of the Master Shang from the Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts, Lucy? Sounds good to me. Let's go. Wonderful. We'll split into teams then. And whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go. By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has an excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Whoa, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Okay.